So I just got done replaying The Last of Us. Last of Us is one of those games that sticks with you for life. It's something that I believe anyone who loves games, or hell, anyone who loves good storytelling should play. The game has such a powerful narrative that hooks you from beginning to end. It follows a broken man named Joel trying to recover the loss of his daughter Sarah while trying to survive in a zombie apocalypse. Joel then meets Ellie, a young girl who is immune to the virus that spread. It's up to Joel to take Ellie to the Fireflies so they can make a cure, yada yada yada, you know the story. I'm making this video simply to tell you what it truly means to me. I've genuinely never played a game before with this much heart and love crafted into every single detail. The first 10 minutes of the game is the greatest video game opener of all time, period. We can immediately sympathize with Joel. The light of his life is immediately taken from him, and it's a kick in the balls to not just him, but the audience. The opening sets up the tone for the game so beautifully, while also giving you a feel for the gameplay. The gameplay in The Last of Us is nothing crazy, but it serves its purpose for a fun gunplay and combat. The combat is very straightforward and basic, but the gunplay, however, I found to be really fun. This game handles stealth really well, and I love upgrading my guns to adapt to new environments. Last of Us also has a really fun horror aspect to it. I can't tell you how many times I've turned around a corner not knowing a clicker would be there and instantly just shit my pants. With any great game, you need a great soundtrack, and Last of Us does not miss. The soundtrack is so beautifully integrated into the story that I can find myself getting emotional just by hearing a solo acoustic guitar. Speaking of emotion, this has the greatest acting I've seen in a video game, period. Each character is played fantastically and embodies their characters so flawlessly, with obvious standouts like Troy Baker as Joel and Ashley Johnson as Ellie. Both of them lend their voices so well to these characters, and the chemistry between them simply wouldn't be as good without them. Throughout the game, it's genuinely amazing to see how these two come together as father and daughter. It's so incredibly moving to see a character that's lost everything and is able to get a second chance at life and being a dad with Ellie. This game is filled with a lot of gory stuff with zombies, and obviously so. It's an M-rated game, but there are so many sweet side moments that really flesh out these characters and make the game so lively. It's another one of those games where, when I finish it, I don't skip the credits. I need to take it all in and really think about the way the game ended. Speaking of the ending, wow. I have no words. I felt so many feelings watching this ending play out, with Ellie having to die for the doctors to make a cure to save humanity, but Joel would lose the only thing he cares in life. And ultimately, Joel does make the selfish decision of saving Ellie and not making a cure to save the world. But at the end of the day, that's what a father would do for the love of his daughter. It's really such beautiful writing, because what Joel did necessarily is the wrong thing, but in his heart, it's something he had to do. There's a turning point in the game where Ellie's getting attacked by a man and Joel has to come in and save her. Ellie's panicking and crying and freaking out over the attack, and Joel comforts her by saying, "Oh baby girl." That is the turning point of the whole game right there. That shows that Joel has finally moved on and accepted that Ellie is his daughter. I would be lying if I said that this scene didn't make me tear up, because my god, it made me tear up. Throughout the whole game, you go through this journey seeing these two people really connect and bond over each other, and this is the moment where it all comes full circle. They are father and daughter from this point on. He even finally accepts the picture Tommy tried to give him of him and Sarah. When Ellie gives it to him, he accepts the photo and moves on. People have sung this game's praise for about a decade now, and I feel like I'm adding really nothing to the table, but this is just one of those games that I feel like everyone needs to play, and that I just needed to talk about at some point, and this is the moment where I did. I'm giving The Last of Us a well-deserved A+. Currently, right now, I am playing The Last of Us Part 2 for the first time, and I'm very conflicted right now. I feel like the first game is just so airtight and perfect that the sequel could never follow up to something as great as that. But I'm pushing through. I'm gonna be playing the whole thing. I know it's a very controversial game, but as of right now, I think it's pretty solid. I love the guitar mechanics, and the characters are still fun to see. As far as making a video on The Last of Us Part 2, yes, definitely. It'll probably be a much longer video than this, probably teetering more towards a 20-minute video, because There's a lot to unpack with that game. As far as what the future of my channel brings, there's a lot coming your way. I took a bit of a break to kind of regroup and see what I really want this channel to become, and I just love talking about things I love. And even though I don't do gaming content anymore, stay tuned for the 4th of July special I do every year. It's always a blast. So yeah, I just kind of want to end the video here saying thank you for all the support. Sorry it took me a while to get a video out, but there is a big La La Land video analysis coming your way, and I can't wait to show the world what I feel about that movie, because it's my favorite movie of all time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of The Last of Us in the comments down below. It's my favorite game of all time personally, and I'm excited to see what the franchise brings. See you in the next one. Bye.